the pride at Central High, Bill Cosby.
The class clown. I wasn't trying to be funny. I was trying to survive. Because all I was doing was daydreaming. If they had put me in the right class, I wouldn't have had these problems. Daydreaming class. See, they have some classes in the schools, you know, they used to call them special classes. And these are the people, they were smarter than anybody. We were working hard, sweat coming down, working on math. What do we need this for? Teachers never told us. What do we need this for? Because I said so. Oh, we don't want to do it. And look, and going past the door with this line of these people in what they call special class. Hey, where are you going? We're going to the zoo, and then we're going to the Smithsonian, and then they're taking us out to the airport. They're going to show us how to ride on the 747. Goodbye. And then next week we're going to paint, we're going to draw, we're going to write love letters, we're going to learn, and that's where I wanted to be. But I made a mistake. I passed the test. This is my high school, Central High School, Philadelphia. And boy, oh boy, what a school. No, please, sit down, sit down. Sit down, please. Sit down. You took too long to stand up in the first place. So, it's wonderful. Central welcomes 204th class Dr. William Cosby. That's wonderful. But things have changed since 1954. Up there was study hall for those of us who were in trouble. And I was there all the time. I'd have never found myself spending my valuable time studying. I just wanted to play. Nobody knew that better than my algebra teacher, Mr. Sapolsky. Mr. Sapolsky and I did not get along. We were enemies, but we didn't fight. I knew that he was in charge, but I also knew how to get him irritated. Then he turned red. He gave an exam, was 5 problems. And I wrote and I finished 1 problem. The answer was correct. However, I had used 8 pieces of paper, 8 pieces of paper to get this answer. He said, you are a genius somewhere around the year 25 AD, because this is probably when this method of getting the answer to this question came about. He said, if you would pick up the book and study it and understand it, then you would know that you only need this much of the paper in order to do what you have to do. I drove Ben Sapolsky crazy. A few years ago, Central awarded me its highest honor, the Barnwell Award. They had a big do in my honor. I looked down, and sitting in front was a small smile on his face. It's Mr. Sapolsky. And I looked down and I said, Mr. Sapolsky, I'm sorry, Mr. Sapolsky. And a big smile came over his face, and he shook his head. I got a letter. I don't know if it was from a cousin or whether it was from his wife. And it said that Mr. Sapolsky had passed away. And this person said in the letter that Mr. Sapolsky was very, very proud of me. I only wish that Ben Sapolsky had been with me the day I returned to Central High School.
Under the authority conferred by the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, Dr. Cosby, your diploma.
It's official. It's official. Now I'm a successful person. I have always carried this school with me in my mind and in my heart. This school puts you ahead of everybody else in the world. You may live in a lower economic area, but your mind is wealthy. We have the only school song in the world that doesn't start out with dun 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 dun. I'm telling you, that's how hip it is.
We'll be right back with Burt